Okay, what's up, guys? This video is going to be everything I feel like is wrong. I'm actually going to edit this video. I'm actually going to put in stuff. I'm going to put in examples. I'm going to do everything. Okay? First of all, we're going to start with this. This is a good sign. I didn't peep this when I just made my survey video. The survey kind of overlapped this. This thing kind of sucks, but this is a good sign. I was literally talking about how they should give you the deft. I think they should also give you at peace with this deft, because so many people don't have it, and at peace and deft are some of the biggest ones. I'm not fishing until I get at peace. I'm saying that right now. I'm not. So we'll be waiting. We'll be waiting. This one is battle pass. I don't think this is like this is low hanging fruit. It's the battle pass. It makes them more money. There's no point in getting the battle pass if you don't want the Genimon. And like you completed the battle pass in like half a week. I'm not even kidding. Even without buying the Giga Pass. So yeah. Demon Wedge Logic optimized. I mean, that's kind of whatever. It's nice. It's really good actually, but it's like it's kind of whatever. Who cares? Your Demon Wedge system is flawed anyway. But we'll go with that. Teleport function to commission chase. I mean, everyone's farming chase. That's good. Sometimes you spawn in and then you spawn in and you lose your orientation. And you don't know what seed you spawned in because you didn't know where you start. So I mean that'll help you a little bit. Grappling hook is clunky anyway. I don't care. Who cares, bro? Just shing cancel, gun cancel, who cares? And then mobile UI customization. Personally, you want me to be honest, I don't care much about the changes that I'm gonna announce because they've optimized mobile and stuff, and I personally do believe that mobile should be priority. Making mobile playable, being able to make people do bounties on mobile, being able to make people play stuff on mobile. I legit have a video, 15 minutes, I was gonna put up of mobile, but I didn't care. But mobile is so unplayable, it's insane. I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's and I can't even play the game properly. So if that's bad on me, imagine everyone else. Okay. All right. Back to the video. Bye bye. Bye bye. Next on the list is combat AI. Combat AI is buns. It's doo doo. Right here, Filbert, she has no ammo. She will not hit this guy ever. She will not do anything. She will stand here once in a blue moon. She might proc her E. Okay, now here is the thing. Okay, Filbert in particular has 3 scenarios where she will use her E. 1, the introduction to a fight when she first encounters enemies, a group of enemies. I don't know if it's enemies come in at her and then like in wave content. I'm not too sure about that. 2nd, when she runs out of ammo, she will do another E. So if she runs out of ammo, she will do another E. 3rd, when your character is low HP, she will use it. For some reason, that ability, that pig, is recognized as a heal. So she will only use it when your characters are low. Besides that, she will throw this pig out once every 20 years. And that is not great. That is not great, especially for one of the characters with the most premier damage boost. The only way that I personally know how to work around it is I get my other support low, because if I get low, then I'll lose my morale boost. So I get my other support low by the boss, and then I get the damage boost by making her try to heal the other support. But in turn, that could put me in risk with trying to dodge stuff, and it's not really a great scenario. Please, 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 please fix the combat AI. Next thing is climbing. Climbing is so bad in this game. Like, I am spamming spacebar and I'm trying to climb, and I will not get any height on this fixture. Oh, it's because the fixture is slanted. Let's go to this thing. Okay, it works a little bit better. But anything else that you are trying to climb, it is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. It does not work. It does not function. Climbing does not work. There's a new area coming out. We need to be able to climb. We need to be able to explore. If you cannot helix jump up something or use the shing shing, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Climbing needs to be fixed. It should be fixed. I don't know how they fix it. Just fix it. Just fix it. Next on the list, there are like legit some characters in this game that are completely pointless because they were 4 stars in the original game, and now they're just like, I don't even know why they exist. Like, why does Amber exist in this game? She's completely freaking useless. It makes no sense why she's in this game. She's pretty doo-doo. Why would you build her? Who cares? She gives you attack. Like, bro. Of course she has this crazy skill damage scaling, but I haven't even tested it because why would I build her? She's kind of lame. She's kind of buns. Berenica, I know she has some scaling problems. Who else? I mean, I don't even think you'd build MC. MC builds weapon damage. How good is that? How good is that? And Outsider. Outsider was a big one I wanted to say. This guy suffers from kit syndrome so bad. He's a character that you want to build weapon damage on, but he also is a character you want to build skill damage on. And then his whole kit revolves around him losing HP to gain the morale buff. I mean, to gain the resolve buff. And then after he gains the resolve buff, right, he then heals it back up. And then the other thing is that it revolves around you sitting in your Q form. But then when you use your E to then go do damage, you then lose your Q form. So there's this huge like mismatch with his kit, which makes no sense because E cancels his Q, but you need to be in your Q the whole time. It makes no sense. Characters like this in Outsider and other characters, I haven't tested everyone, but I know this guy for sure. There are quite a few more. I'd say half the characters in this game, they have this problem. They need to go in, they need to relook some of these guys. Some of these guys need giga buffs because some of them, they just do not have the damage potential of some of these other characters. Now, sure, Outsider's E is pretty good, but the problem is it's so clunky and it's so weird to use that it's still not even worth it because it doesn't hit. So even though he has the same damage potential as Lin in some instances, his E's don't even hit, so he doesn't even have damage at all. He has no potential. Next thing, while we're on this character screen, why would you play any other character in this game besides Rebecca, Lin, Nightfall, and Rhythm? Why would you play anyone else in this game besides this? Honestly. I mean, Psyche, sure, but half of this game is AFK content where you sit down and do nothing. Tell me why you would play any of these characters that require you to actively play the game. I mean, Hellfire kind of works, but she gets outscaled, so then you build her to do that content, and then you can't do any other content in the game. Why would you build these characters when you could just sit here with Rhythm and do nothing? You can sit here with Rhythm and do nothing. Liz Bell is pretty decent, but she doesn't have the same damage as Nightfall or Lin, and she requires way more effort to be able to work. You have to build up combo meter. If you cannot build up combo meter on this character, she is completely mid, and it's insane. Because, okay, yeah, she does 50,000 damage a hit. She does 100k a hit when she's maxed up. But then she does nothing. I have I6. Lin, by the way, she feels terrible. What was the point of me building her? She's bad. A lot of these characters that you have to put effort in, I call them active characters, they suck. Why would you play an active character when you could play Rhythm, sit down, chill, put a YouTube video on the side, and not even play the game in 80% of content? Rhythm, I don't even play the game, and I'm 86% damage in all of my bounties. It's not fair. It's not fair. And other people actually have to play the game. That's wild. All right. The next thing on this list is characters that do not have attack scaling in this game are straight buns. They're like 2% usable. You have to build scale damage on some of them, and some of them, I'm not even sure how well they work. I'm not even going to waste my time trying to build them. Like, what's his name? Hellfire. Hellfire is complete cheeks in terms of scaling. Her HP doesn't scale well. It doesn't scale off her total HP. It scales off her base HP, and her base HP is low. So all of it sucks. She just stinks. She doesn't have any Demon Wedge support, which I'll get into later because we're going to talk about Demon Wedges. But she only has one Demon Wedge that scales off of attack, off of HP for her, and that's completely horse. It's completely horse. And so she has no way to build, and she builds skill range, and she can't build duration. She can't build HP skill damage. She can't build anything. Okay, in terms of supports, that sucks. If you want to build Randy, there's only one defense thing. If you want to build Sybil, you can't really build her. Like, a lot of these characters, they kind of suck meat, okay? They do. Anyone that uses HP or defense as a main stat, they are useless. It's about that time. It's about that time. That 1 in 6, you already know. The Coventers. These things are horrible. They're completely horrible. These, they're chill. You've one and done. One and done. Even these, you get the drop rate. I farmed these 1 hour to get max duel. Completely calm. Getting the 50 duels, questionable. But I got 32 of these in the meantime, and that's all of them. Once I'm done, I'm done. That's calm. These, completely fine. RNG, there's a premise in them. There's a premise. RNG drops are fun. When you're grinding for an RNG drop, it is fun. Oh my gosh, I got 4 in a row. Oh my gosh, I got 1 in a row. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't get 6 in an hour. Like, that's lit. That's lit. Okay, these on the bottom, the Coventers are horrible. Imagine someone telling you, yeah, by the way, I want you to farm 850 times to get maxed out. And then you have to do it again. And then you have to do it again. You have commission manuals, it's cut in half. 425. You don't have the commission manuals, they stink, they suck. Right? They're completely, and these are in defense. Defense. I love how in the survey it says elimination for the game modes. This is defense. This is change it to elimination. I'm completely chill. All right, one. Next thing. Remove these from the rotation and just put these. We're chill too. Next thing, if you're not gonna rank these not elemental, give me Blaze Inspo. Give me what are the other ones? Give me all of these, right? Give me all of them for every element. Give me all of them for every element, right? Make all of the Covenanters for every element. Don't make them weird and only niche. Each one gets 4. Like, why is that a thing? So either make them all unelement bound, or make them so that you can farm all of them for a given element. It's one or the other. I don't care what you do. Whichever one's easier for you to do. Please just make up your mind. Please, because this is the worst thing. And with that, you would be able to have flexibility. You would be able to hit higher damage numbers, and you would be able to maximize characters' efficiencies. Because some characters, they have too much morale in their kit. Some characters, they have too much damage dealt in their kit. Some characters, they want less skill damage, more attack. Some characters want more attack and they want less skill damage. But you can't do this in these runes. If you are building Pyro, you get a whole bunch of attack, you get no skill damage. So then you suck. You're playing Electro, you get skill damage, attack, morale. Why is that balance? That's completely busted. Any character that is Electro in the future will just have more stat options in the future to then max out their kit. But if you're playing a Pyro character, you're not going to have nothing. You're completely chalked. Oh, and if you're playing Hellfire, you got completely fucked. You got nothing. GG. I gotta complain about this. I can complain about this once a week, once a day. Can we fix the wording? Can we please fix the wording? You're hiring more people. Please have a good translator. Why is this saying damage dealt and it gives damage boost? In the game, these are two different things. In the future, when Fina comes out, damage is going to be all over the place. Please organize your damage prefixes. Please organize your prefixes for damage types. Please. Final damage, damage dealt, damage bonus, skill damage, weapon damage. Please fix your prefixes and your suffixes. Please keep them concise and keep them tight so that people understand what is going on. So people do not buy a character like Hellfire. They get Intron 1 on her. They pay money for it, by the way. And this only works for Hellfire because it says increases damage dealt to enemies within a 6-meter radius around Hellfire. It does not say by Hellfire. It says around Hellfire. But it does not work for your teammates. And Hellfire's whole job is to be a buffer for your team and to taunt enemies and to increase damage dealt for these enemies that are taunted. Please fix this. This is complete buns. Please. Can we talk about how a golden trammel, a gold trammel +5, rage trammel, 54 +5, 4,500 carmine is worse than a purple rage trammel? By the way, if you upgrade this to +10, it is 90. If you upgrade this to the gold one to +10, it is 90. The rage trammel is 80. Okay? +5, 900 carmine. Can we talk about how they mess up on this? Can they fix this? Can they fix this? Why is this like this? Can we please get this together? Can someone explain to me why Typhons are weekly? Why are Typhons weekly? These right here. Why are these weekly? You get 3 or 2. It's an RNG drop, by the way. 3 or 2. You can get 9 a week, or you can get 2 a week. By the way, if you get 9 a week, right? It's still going to take you 33 weeks. But guess what? They're RNG drops. So if you need your prime morale, and guess what? You can't get your prime morale, you got prime uplift, and that's already questionable because who's using weapons in this game? But you get prime uplift, and you don't get your prime morale. You have prime uplift 10, 4 weeks, 5 weeks down the line, right? By the way, this takes 33 weeks if it was all linear like the Covenanters, but it's not. It's a drop, so it's RNG. It's random. These should not be the way they are. They should not be a drop chance. And then you still got to farm them the other way all the other ones are. The same way you farm the Griffins, the same way you farm the Covenanters, you got to do your 1,000 runs. Good luck, Buster. Weapon damage is mid, okay? I'm not going to lie. I've made it work. I've made a build. I've made it work. You need to max out your duel. You need to max out your gold, whatever gleaming, whatever weapon you're using, and then have all your characters have that. But then you're gonna miss out on your duration or whatever those support characters have. So then you're losing a whole bunch of support and all this capability. Okay, can we at least fix this weapon proficiency? Can we start with this? Your weapon proficiency on your character. Can we change this from attack to damage dealt or weapon damage? One or the other, and just make it like 50%. Who cares? Just make weapons deal damage so people can have fun using weapons. So we don't have to rely on using characters the whole time. Characters are cool and all, but sometimes people want to play different characters and just use the weapons because they like the model. Sometimes that's what people want to do. Can we do this? Can we just make weapons stronger in general? Weapons aren't terrible, they're just horrendously subpar. And they really need a lot of investment. You need max gold demon wedges, max crit rate, max crit damage. You need to over crit. You need to do all this stuff in order to make them work. Can we just make them a little bit better, please? Increase their base crit rate a little bit. Increase the weapon damage dealt. What is it? Change the weapon proficiency to weapon damage dealt, because since it requires base crit rate, a lot of weapons in this game have 25% crit rate. Your max crit chance you're getting is about 300% crit chance, so you're only getting 100% crit chance guaranteed in most weapon instances. And if the weapon scales off of crit chance, and it has a crit chance modifier, you're getting an extra 100 if you max smelt it. It's still not great. You're still going to need a different character with crit proficiency like Tabitha in order to over crit consistently. So you're going to need all this heavy investment. Can we just make it so that like the base crit is a little bit higher? Maybe like around 30 for the weapons that we actually want to crit and have crit scaling and stuff like that. Can we do that, and also make it so that this weapon proficiency thing actually means something? Change it to damage out or weapon bonus so that we can at least give characters some form of identity and thematic stuff. Please, please. I've talked about this before. I've talked about this when the game first came out. Commissions should all be infinite. All of these should be infinite because they're grinding. Loading screens suck in this game, and the less loading screens you can have, the better it makes the game. The better it makes these grinding tasks. It's kind of like exploration. You go, you do 10 of these, and then you have your character maxed out. It's kind of like that. It's calm. The rewards don't go, so you could do what is it, exploration level 60 versus level 80. The rewards are basically the same. It doesn't really matter. It's just a level. It kind of sucks. We should really promote the ability to be able to clear higher level enemies in these explorations, in these excavations, because this just loops every 5. What is the point of doing more than 5? Also, the Genimon comes on the second wave. It comes on the second wave. After that, your teammates leave. You have no friends. Also, besides that, excavation, if you do it solo, you are punished because you only get 3 little cubes per person. So if one of your teammates leave for the Genimon, then you can't do excavation properly and efficiently because you want to max out the generator. If you don't max out the generator, you don't get that 3 times speed bonus or whatever it is to clear it faster. So can we, one, fix excavation in solo? 2, can we fix scaling in these game modes, and can we make them infinite so that people that want to farm these can farm these? Because it'd be nice if you could farm Carmine and you could just farm it infinitely and it just got harder, and then you got more and more Carmine, so then it'd make just doing Carmine grind so that you can do specialized grinds instead of just doing bounty grinds for everything. Because right now bounty is the best game mode. It's active, it's fun, right? But if you want a specialized grind, I feel like you should get rewarded for doing a specialized grind, and if you're doing it harder and harder and harder, because sometimes you want to target certain items instead of doing the Mario and stuff. Granted, I like this. I do think there should be more game modes like this for more content. They should do more of these. These are fun. They're really nice. They should make them a little bit more variable. They have different map tile layouts too, so you can do one for each one of the current tile layouts in the game. I think they're like 3. I think there's the soar, there's the pit. So I mean, you could do that. That'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty nice. Next thing, I don't know if this was a secret patch or patched or whatever, how it works. Can we just make Genimon unlimited spawn? Like, some people want a black boxy and they don't have access to a black boxy. Some people, like me, want at peace, and I'm not fishing till I get at peace. Can we make it so that Genimons are unlimited? Because these guys are very important for characters. Some people, you're going to want that extra 15% attack. What is it? It's 24% attack when you get the gold fierce. Some people are going to want that to get that gold fierce. And that gold fierce, that 24% attack, later on when they're min-maxing their build, they won't have to worry about oh, I need a little bit more attack. Or these HP scalers can get the beefy one to get more HP. Can we just like make these Genimon infinite so that people can get them? Also, it would help with the trial EXP because people really want trial EXP. And sometimes I tell people, yo, just go do a couple captures and catch some Genimon you don't have. Because if you catch some Genimon you don't have, you'll be able to juice them up. It'd be nice, you know, help people farm them because there's no way these should be gate kept, and sometimes people don't have them, and then you don't have a boxy. This guy has a +4 boxy, and because he has an ascension 4 boxy, he's able to get way more loot than you. You don't have gluttony, so now you're missing out on your drops. And now when you're farming your Covenanters and you ran out of commission manuals, you can't really farm them as well because the guy next to you is getting and a bonus drop every other one. Meanwhile, you're getting no bonus drops because you only have a +1 boxy and no gluttony. So can we please fix that? Please, can we just make Genimon infinite, infinite in capture, infinite in whatever game mode, just not expedition because we don't need to ruin expedition anymore. Next, can we fix this chat box up here on the top left? I think one simple solution that we can do is we can make it so that global chat is like blue, team chat is like green, stuff like that. The green, like different little color indicators if you want to do that, because it'd be very nice if when you're doing a bounty with your teammates, if I typed, yo guys, can one of you guys sit at the gate so that we can instantly start the mission after I kill the bosses, so we could progress faster. It'd be nice to have that little bit of communication with people rather than them seeing 99 and then just mustard visioning it, completely ignoring it. It's out of sight. It's just they're completely blind to it because they're fatigued by that number. It doesn't matter to them. There's no relevance to them. So like either make global chat kind of hidden so that if you really want to see it, you can see it, or make team priority a chat, make it team chat a priority in modes where you're playing with a team. One or the other. I don't know which one you do. Just make it so that people can see your messages because it really kind of ruins the communication in the game when global chat is up there, but you're in a team game mode. And sometimes it's really nice. Sometimes you have really insightful conversations. Like there was this one guy that was like, yo, what's your build, Nightful? And the guy completely faded him and didn't respond. And I'm like, yeah, just make sure you're maxing out your smelts and stuff because this guy probably has max smelt, Lumina Bow, all that stuff. And you probably don't have that. But it would have been nice if the guy that was doing it saw it or had the ability to see it. He still could have ignored it, but at least he could have had more of an ability to see it. So can we make chat a little bit more accessible in these co-op game modes so that people can see it and communicate and build a little bit more community and rapport with each other? That's pretty nice. Next thing can we talk about? A lot of these grinding things, right? They take a lot of runs, okay? A lot of you guys need to realize that a lot of people don't want to grind. A lot of people don't want to grind. They don't want a whole bunch of stuff. They definitely should make a daily bonus that's just a daily commission manual bonus, like a 500% or something, to incentivize some players to do stuff and incentivize those players that want to log in daily, progress a little bit, and progress time by time to be able to progress. Because not everyone's going to sit there and put in 250 hours, 300 hours. I've seen people with more hours than me, and that's crazy. But anyway, not many people want to put in these large amount of hours into this game for nothing. I'm not gonna lie, for nothing. There's no hard content. There's nothing, and of course the game is new. It's like 1.0, and I would say it's 0.9. It's not even 1.1. Like it's really fake. 1.0. So they definitely do need to understand that this grind should be condensed more because I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing special about having a maxed out character. You have so many characters that you want to max out anyway. It's gonna take time regardless. So they definitely should condense down the grind, whether they give you a daily bonus or something. They are giving more commission manuals out, so I don't really want to say that yet. But for sure, I do believe that newer players, when new players come in the future, tell me someone's gonna want to come in. Oh, by the way, you have to farm 850 runs in order to get your gold demon wedge to make your character stronger. Oh, and also, by the way, that demon wedge next month it's gonna be out of meta. So then you're gonna need the next one, and they're gonna need to do another 850 runs. Your demon wedges aren't safe. So why would you want to farm for a gold demon wedge? Why would you want to? And the game doesn't even reward you for it. Like I farmed +10 duel just to be able to clear Act 34 of Immersive Theater, but like that was because I needed piercing ascent. So why would anyone else do that? It makes no freaking sense. It makes no sense at all. So please understand that not everyone wants to grind. They said they want this game to be casual friendly. And to be completely honest, a lot of casuals are not going to want to grind. And because they're not going to want to grind, some sort of daily system to allow them to catch up will help. And yeah. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I forgot. Gotcha. Gotcha in this game. In this game. It is so bad. It is so bad. Alright. We're gonna go over a couple things. Detail. The rate is horrible. Point 0.3. Point 0.3, you're not getting anything, okay? 1.42. This is fake. This is fake. Point 0.3, you're not getting dog meat. You're not getting dog meat. Okay? Point 0.3 in a gacha is like spitting you in the face. Okay? This is $200. This is $200 for a skin. $200 for a skin or for currency. You're spending money for currency. That is so weird. That is so weird. Okay, you're spending $200 for a skin. The skin's colors do not work. So if you dye her affects pink, it does not change her psyche blast pink. So if you were to change your character pink, you're going to be shooting blue blasts. Character effects of the characters, guns, all this stuff. Like when you're going, like I have green Lin. What if my pistol shot green fire? Okay, the same thing with Psyche. These need to be things. You're spending $200 for a skin, for a premium skin. And to be honest, this skin is not more than $30. All right. Withering Waves has the same amount of tiers of skins of this, where they do cosmetic changes. And this isn't even that great of a cosmetic change, I'm going to be honest. It's a couple more frills, a couple more nonsense here. It's not really that deep of a change. It's low key like a recolor. This is not worth $200. It's not worth it at all. It's so bad. The gacha is so bad. It's weird. It's makes no sense. Right here, the standard one. You're literally just paying for this just to be able to recolor your Rebecca. And it's RNG. It's RNG. You don't even get to pick for this. This is the same price as this. Except, yeah, you may get a couple hourglasses, but they give you the hourglasses anyway, regardless, throughout the game. So who cares? Okay? And this gacha is horrible. It's horrible. It's the worst skin gacha ever. Now, granted, it's a new game, but the thing that you can't recolor any of the new characters, and you have to become a Christmas wench in order to change your character's color, have any form of character customization. It kind of sucks. You definitely need to be able to change the base colors of stuff. Also, the Prism Exchange Shop. This is $400. This is $400 for this. This. What? Sure, let me just burn money on a game that's gonna die. Like, what? What? It's so weird. This weapon, that's you have to get the skin and then the weapon. You have to get the $200 skin, and then you have to spend another $200 to then get the prisms, to then get the effects for the $200 skin. What? 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 So, besides that, I will say this, okay? Here's how we do the skins in the game. If you're gonna make a skin gacha, it's $1 pull, what is it? $1 pull, 1%. That's it. $1 pull, 1%. Not 100, not 1% after the thing, 1%. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's the most fair. If you want to keep the gacha the way it is, I'm not gonna complain if that's the rates. I'm not gonna complain if that's the rates. I don't care what you do the skin for. If it's a skin that I like, I'll do it. Honestly, you get like triples. Who cares? Even if those prisms are 40s, who cares? Because you'll actually get stuff. It'll probably even out in terms of price. But if you want to actually have decent cosmetics and stuff, okay, I will say this: the battle pass and then the battle pass skin, which like in this current season is a Christmas wench. I heard the next season it's gonna be like a kimono or something. That's kind of cool that you can buy the battle pass. After you buy the battle pass, the normal skin is like $15. If you buy the battle pass, it's actually $10. So you spend $20 and then you get the increased levels, you get the extra stuff that you get for getting the battle pass, and you get the skin at a $5 discount. I think that's pretty calm. That's really cool. That's a really fair and nice system for people that want to, like, they want to get a little bit of customization. They don't want to spend a lot of money in the game. That's really cool and it helps a lot. So what I would do to fix this system, I don't mind the gacha for premium skins, but you have two different gacha currencies for what? You have the like two different limited currencies for one. It's so weird. It makes no sense. I would say just do the Fortnite system. It works. Do the League of Legends system. What is that system? Recolors, chromas. What is it? Recolors, chromas, smaller skins. What, like $5, $10? Okay. Next tier up, Christmas one tier skins, outfit change, stuff like that. Okay, those are $15. Next tier up, okay, Christmas one skins with color effect change. Okay, $30. Okay, Psyche tier skins, animation changes. They come with idle animations, maybe different voice lines. Okay, $50. Okay, collab skins, $70, $100. Okay, like that's how you do it. All right. That's what I say for cosmetics. All right, you don't have to agree with me, but that's a model that's work. It's tried and true. It works in Fortnite. It works in everything. Okay, just keep it consistent if you're gonna do that. Oh my! I thought I was done, and then I opened up the shop, and I remembered 15 things. Next thing, Demon, not this. This shop, Foxine Exchange. This shop, Cheeks. Why does this exist? Why do you have two different currencies? I understand you want to separate currency that you're going to give away for free and all that stuff, but you can just give away the items in the shop and just eliminate this currency and just make a premium currency and just make it in general. It kind of makes no sense. It's a little weird and redundant because you're not using this for anything. Weapon track shift modules, all these little shortcuts, I guess. You really are overvaluing these because you can just farm them. And you're releasing a character once a month. Like no one's gonna be fiending for these. You only need like 4 of these on a character if you build them completely properly. So I mean like, and by the time you get enough stuff to farm a character, unless you're going really, really horizontal, you're not gonna run out of these, honestly. Um, I only think 3 things in this shop. Why are there only 3 things in this shop? The only thing worth it here are these thoughts. You want me to be honest? I personally believe you should just put weekly commission manuals, put a weekly amount of them, but the weekly ones that you get, you should just put the commission manuals in here for like 10 to 20 Foxines. I don't care what you put them for, right? And just put a limited amount, whatever you want to put, 5 or 10, whatever, just so people have something to use their weekly pass currency on. And it kind of incentivizes them and it helps them get some of these weekly characters at a paid thing. It incentivizes them to pay, and them paying that $5 is enough to make them convinced. Hey, well now I'm 30 thoughts now. Instead of 30 thoughts for the new character for I6, now I'm only 20 thoughts, and now this looks a lot more appealing to then get some thoughts. Okay, because the only reason why you would buy these is one, if you want the character outright. If you want the character outright, you will buy it. Okay, and two, the other reason is I want I6. Okay, um, I'm 10 thoughts off I2. I didn't get lucky. I didn't get my gold proc. I have to wait another week. I don't want to wait another week for I2 rhythm. So I'm gonna get that. So this is like a greedy one in my opinion, but it definitely should be something here. And I really believe you putting some of the weekly items in here, right? Maybe you don't have to put Psyche in right away, but like some of the weekly shop things that sit there and you're not going to be able to get them, right? Because then now you can't get the weekly stuff to level up your characters. Also, you should probably put the rainbow diamonds. I don't know what they're called. The top of my head. These ones right here. You should probably put these in that Foxine shop. Just because people want to level up their characters, especially guide makers. So at least you'll farm the guide makers for sure. Maybe you make it a gift bundle too. You know, you want some extra. You want some extra cha-ching. Just do that because people want to level up their characters. That currency is gated weekly. So yeah, yeah. What's up, guys? This is it. This is the end. This isn't everything. I've definitely could have made a better list throughout my whole time playing if I was smarter and thought more proactively beforehand. Because there are hundreds of things I've complained about, and I just find them daily. And then I'm like, oh, it would have been smart if I wrote it down, because then I would have 20 things today. But these are some of the big things that I remember, and they stand out. Notice the devs are expanding. They're getting a lot more people. A lot more people means a lot more productivity. A lot more productivity does mean it's a good sign. It's a good sign for the future. All right, that's a good thing for the game. So the game is trending up. The viewers are going down, which means there's a lot less like normal viewership. I understand this game is like everyone's playing the game; they're not really watching the game, because this is more active of a game, or this, but it still is something. The game went from 1,500 on Twitch to then 600 peak, 700 peak, 800, like less than 1,000. It's triple digits. All right, for a game to drop that low, it had a bad launch. You have to remember, Black Beacon died partly because of a bad launch. A bad launch ruins a lot of games. Inaccessibility to play the game ruins the game. Mobile, all of this stuff. These are things. There's a reason why I'm saying this stuff. I don't make videos on games. I haven't made videos on games at all. And for me to edit this video, I want this to go to the devs. I want them to look at these things. I want them to address these things because these are pain points. And here's the thing: when each one of these things add up into your grind, and all you're doing is standing there with Pikachu doing nothing, you're standing there. Why do I want to play Lyn? Why do I want to get Fina when she gives me additional damage for range weapons when I'm just standing here with Rhythm anyway? These are characters that literally will affect your business. It will literally affect your game. So these are things that I really want to address because in the future, this will make it happen. And I have heard people talking about, oh, power creep and all this stuff because they're going to want to sell characters and stuff. So, yeah, I just want y'all to understand this. This video is 100% going to be my last video until November 28th. I want an update and I want to read the patch notes for myself. And depending on that, that will literally depend whether or not I play this game and just chill max, or I play this game and I make content on it. It's 100% it. Um, because I kind of like this game. This game's kind of cool, but I'm not gonna sit here and make content for a game that's just like the devs don't want to improve their game. But they do seem receptive, so I am proud of that. But I don't know if this is like fake reception. Um, like I've talked about DBD for my stream viewers. It's like, oh, they acknowledge the problems or they address certain problems, but they don't address the underlying issues, the structural issues with the game, because the game is just like a pointless stand there AFK grind fest right now in its current state. And I'm not gonna lie, that's not very cool. That's not very interactive. But yeah, see you guys. Bye bye.